What is up, guys? Wallow J here, and I'm here with my co-host Egg. Egg, say what's up to the peoples.
What's up to the peoples?
Hey guys, we got nothing today. We have absolutely nothing as far as the PGF. We have no news to break. Uh we know this. We're going to Vegas, baby, in March. Egg's getting news.
No,
Breaking news.
when we switched over to this, I turned on my audio so I could hear you when you messaged me, and I, of course, forgot.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. But anyway, as I was saying, we got no other news besides that we're going to Vegas in March. Everything, I mean, we do know a little bit, but we're not ready to give it out yet. Uh, that's all. We'll see you next week. Adios, muchachos.
Well, we heard like December time frame is when we're going to hear more. So that's just a week away for the beginning of December, but it could also be the end of December. So who knows? Be a nice little Christmas present for all the PGF fans, hearing more details. But we need to get those details kind of quick because March is going to come very quickly.
We need to book Airbnbs, all kinds of stuff, flights. Man.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to fly.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to drive, bro.
No,
I mean, you could, but it's gonna take you like 2 weeks to get there.
It'd take me 2 days, but I mean that's adding 4 days to a week, and that's too much. It's too much leave to take.
Yeah, bro.
Wow. So, but I mean, it's really exciting. It's still outstanding. I mean, the fact that we're the PGF's getting bigger, it's going to be huge, and I don't know. I guess it's kind of tough because we're in this wait and see period.
We don't even know what weight class we're doing. I see a lot of guys saying like, do 145, do 145, but it's like,
well, people can always go up in weight. But their bodies don't allow them to go down so much. I mean, the nice thing about the PGF is you only have to weigh in one time, so that allows people to cut a good amount of weight and still perform well. But when you put the lower weight classes in there, that just cuts out so much of the population.
Let me ask you this: what weight class are you interested to see the most next? Or do you prefer to see like a women's, season?
Man, you're really setting me up for failure right there, aren't you? Because if I don't come out clearly and say, of course we need another female season.
Nakaya Jackson's probably gonna whoop you if you say that.
Hey, she's amazing, but the problem we've had is people say do a women's season, and you just. There's just not enough, really competitive ladies out there. I mean, maybe with, the good news and things getting big and the possibility
coming to Vegas,
coming to Vegas being a little bit more easy to book flights to, and if there's enough money involved, sure, we might have enough for ladies season, but even then, even with all those things going for it, trying to get 20 competitive ladies in the same weight class, I mean, that's tough. That's a tall order. As far as guys, I mean, we just did 185. I mean, it might be. I think season 1 205 or is it 195? I think it was 205.
I want to say it was like 205.
Yeah. So I mean,
it was up to 205. So yeah.
So maybe it's time to go back to 205. Go back there. Let Elijah, defend that crown as well. Yeah, I think 205 would be good because people could still go up in weight. I would say Maximus killed it going up to 185.
Man, 205, bro, that's 50 pounds.
Oh, yeah, I don't think he's.
But if it's just 205, I mean, Kimoy was what, 200 pounds by game day.
Easily, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. So I mean, again, I don't know.
The problem would be, the guys that are cutting down to get to 205. Then after that, they just
monsters.
Yeah.
Well, here's one of the things I think will shape that is obviously the way we get competitors has to change a bit. The commish is too busy to have a ton of qualifiers.
I
So
think at
go
this
ahead.
point it's just going to be invites.
Well, I mean, I hope
Maybe
it's
with
not
one or
just.
two.
And there we go. I think at least give us one. So the people that are unknown that really want to be a part of it, that they can have one place to come and take their shot, right? I mean, obviously, all with all the work the commish does, going to all these events like the ADCC Opens and the EBI, CJJ, Worlds, all that stuff. I mean, he knows enough people. He could invite whoever he wanted, and probably especially if it gets huge, and get them. And so I guess we still got trust in the commish that he just knows the right people. But again, I I still like the idea of the preseason that that the qualifiers are preseason, and
Right.
so, 5 probably too many. 2 maybe? I mean, at least 1, you know?
Well, I mean, if it gets to the point where everybody's going to start trying to jump in, qualifiers might be the best way to go. Maybe look at some tournaments that are happening every so often. Like the Zapaterios. You know, stuff like that, and maybe come out and say, "Hey, the winner of this tournament, we're just going to go ahead and extend an invite to the season."
Yes. So first, Demetrius, hey, bud, things are going great. Hope you're doing well too, bud. But as far as I think this is gonna be a transition season. I think this is the next big step. But probably with that, again, I think there's enough buzz, enough people know about it, that one qualifier would be fine. And then if it gets as big as we think it will be after this season, then I think you could probably transition to having a bunch of qualifiers.
Now, when you're saying just one qualifier, are you saying we have 100 guys that signed up for this qualifier? You're going to pick the top 20 out of that qualifier because you have 100 guys, maybe, and that'll be the season, or how
Oh,
would you do it?
well, I think you kind of keep it the same. The winner is guaranteed,
Mhm.
right? The
Right.
winner of the qualifier is guaranteed, and so that saves you on that protects you on multiple sides. So, if you only have 10 people show up, then okay, you're only losing one spot to somebody that's probably good, but maybe not as exciting as you might want. Of course, for people out there, one of the things about the qualifier is that it is a sub only or commission decision, and commission decision is who he actually wants to see compete more. And so you get points for being exciting, not being a dud and just like laying on somebody. But I think one, the winner has to make it because that's the whole point. And after that, it's just okay. Are the people that are exciting that the commission wants to see? Um, yeah, even if there's 100. But I mean, but even then, if you actually have 100 people show up that want, that they're throwing their hats in the ring and say, "Hey, I really want to be a part of this," you have to imagine there's going to be a handful that, as they say, show out and are exciting and might just earn that spot. Otherwise, commissioner can just call whoever he wants.
Yeah. Um, I don't know, man. I'm just, thinking about how is it going to go. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, being that the season is turning around so quickly because six is March. It's like you wouldn't even have time to do many qualifiers anyway. You know,
Hmm.
one or two at the most.
That's what we're thinking.
And
Um,
yeah, and how many tournaments are going on at the same time between X and Y? To say, okay, we can pull guys from these tournaments. So it kind of like the window shortened, so everything's got to be quicker. I'm trying to think, how is it all going to go?
we'll see. I mean, obviously, I think the ADCC Opens have sucked up a lot of the oxygen in the room as far as competitions go out there. I mean, people always are eyeing those as pretty much a way to kind of get into the ADCC, because that's what everyone wants to do. Go to the Olympics of Jiu-Jitsu. So I mean, you just got to kind of work around that. And again, I mean, since the commish, is a commentator for like all of those, he'll see the people he wants to see. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
you know,
true.
I mean, you can make it. I mean, one way to do it, if I was going to only do one qualifier, it'd probably be in Vegas, and
Oh,
I'd use it as a time to scout the location that we're actually going to film
okay.
in, and I'd also kind of use it as a way because if somebody can make it there once or is local, then you have more confidence that they'll make it to the whole week of the PGF. I mean, again, we're all just hypothesizing, but
Right, right.
one of the keys for selecting people in the first place, I think the commission had was like, okay, who does he want to be around? I mean, who's exciting? Who's he want to be around? Who can he trust to actually show up? Because promotions are always having those issues with people. One, people get injured. We've seen that multiple times, but then other things come up, and so we want to make sure that the competitors can make it there
Well, I think as the money grows, so does the commitment. You know what I mean? It's like,
easily.
oh, you want me to grapple for what? For $100? But when you start throwing money at it and be like, oh, we're starting to pay athletes more, then not only, are you gonna have all those guys that wanted to do it before, but you're gonna have, guys with maybe names trying to throw their name into the hat and be like, yo, I want to get in here. You know what I mean? So
I think a lot of things that were highlighted in season 5 are going to make a lot of competitors want to be a part of this, even if the money stayed static, which we know it's not. It's going to take a jump, but I mean, again, think about one: people got paid show money. So at the live auction draft, people got cash in hand right there without stepping on the mat, and that's huge. That's not a question of like, okay, I'm going to go fly somewhere and maybe I get some money, but more than likely, if I don't win it all, I just spent money on this thing. So
what do we do
one,
about the alternates though? Because alternates, I don't think got any money, right? Because they were just
well,
alternates. They were not really part of the draft.
so Sawyer and Noah split the Battlorama. So X Marshall came out and
Okay.
sponsored the Battlorama, which was awesome of them. And so Sawyer won, but he's obviously a real cool dude. So he split the $1,000 with Noah. So they both took $500 back. But I think to your point, I think you're right. I think probably just going to have to expand the draft to 24, which
Because I
which we
mean,
did
look,
in
look
season 3. Go
look
ahead.
at what happened this season. We had Anakin pull out because he got injured. Carson was out because unfortunately he got injured. Uh, who else? Jacob
Jacob Lamar.
Lamar unfortunately got injured as well. You know, so we had three guys that technically didn't get any money from the draft compete pretty much the whole season. So maybe a little something for them too. I'm just saying.
Well, again, we don't know how all the payouts are going to work, but I think your answer there is probably just include them in the draft like we did season 3.
Yeah,
The alternate is just your sixth person on the roster.
yeah,
So I mean, even if they get the league minimum,
yeah, yeah,
they'll,
for
they'll get a
sure,
little
for sure.
scratch. I mean, the other thing to keep in mind is that all the competitors were put up in Airbnbs. I mean, they could stay somewhere else if they wanted to, but Brandon put them all up and paid for their lodging.
Oh,
So
100%. Yeah.
again, lots of goodness here. Lots of goodness for people. I mean, you had people get the go bonus. You had people get all kinds of super chats.
Bro, I
So
was I was I went back and watched, and Travis was just racking, super chat after super chat. I was like, damn.
well, he is a handsome man.
Were
Again,
was it all ladies that they would be like, "Yo, what's up, Travis? Here's $50." Is that what it was, or what?
I think so, but I don't quote me on it. I remember about Kamoy being happy about like canceling the plans for those two ladies that are out in the hallway of the church that were saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go see Elijah and Travis." He's like, "Nope, not gonna happen."
It's like, allow me to introduce myself. I'm the spoiler. I'm gonna spoil the plans. Hey, good
Yes.
for him, man. You know,
Hey, he played it very well. He played to his strengths, and he almost did it. Um, yeah, Elijah proved himself to everyone again. I mean, just did really good on EBI overtime. It was, hey, that made it really exciting.
yeah, fun stuff. But again, not much for us to give you guys. I don't see many questions online, so we're probably just gonna, leave it at that. A quick, 15-minute update, and that's what we got for y'all today. Because again, we're waiting on news just as much as you guys are. Well, actually, we're waiting on certain things that we can release to you. Right now, everything's on lock. So once we got some information for y'all, we'll give it to you. I want you guys tune in for that. You guys want to know the scoop? You guys want to know the dirt? So, what do we got here? We got it coming up. I can't see it, man. I'm.
Joshua Jonies,
There we
pardon me, or Jones. Thanks, homies. So yeah, hey, sorry guys. We don't want to leave you all hanging. Obviously, it's also opportunity for us to hang out, but that's kind of what we got. Obviously,
Before we go though, today, 3 p.m.
oh yeah,
Eastern. We got
3 p.m. Eastern, noon
trap
Pacific.
right. So our homie Travis Thomas, PGF Season 5 vet, is going to be doing a qualifier for CJJ in Los Angeles, and I believe that'll
HQ.
be on on Eddie Bravo's YouTube channel, if I'm not mistaken. So tune in for that, and support Travis and or your homies that might be trying to qualify. Just tune in and just watch. That's that's pretty much it for today, I guess. So, Egg, any final thoughts before we go?
Just you guys can do a lot of what we're doing. Just watch the Brand McCatherine World Tour as he goes and teaches all over the place. I think it was just in Belgrade, but you'll probably get news from there, or if he lets us break some news, we'll do so. But you know, yeah, just again, I would say just follow Brandon's Instagram, and you'll probably get news that way, or Brandon's YouTube channel, which we are on. And I guess the last thing to remember is believe.
And on that note, we'll catch you next week. Hopefully, we'll have Miggy and Dream back next week, and we'll give you a little something more than we gave you today because we had nothing. But anyway, we'll catch you next week. Peace. Adios.